Hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to our weekly series where we try to bring you the various different projects that we have been working on. Now, the idea here is to give you an encouragement as to what the future beholds. And today we are going to discuss about a project which is in the field of pharmaceutical, and it is going to be using large language models. Now, before we get into the projects, I have a scenario that I would like to discuss with everyone. So we have Mr. and Mrs. A who have been trained at XYZ Institute, and they have worked on dummy projects from Kaggle, GitHub, etc. And we have Mr. and Mrs. 360 who have been trained at 360DigiTMG, and they have worked on real-time projects. They have attended daily stand-up calls. They have created end-to-end data pipeline. They have had the opportunity to do deployment on-premise and on cloud. They have attended client meetings and they have worked on research papers in international journals. So you can see for yourself which profile would be considered better. Now, without any further delay, I would like to introduce Shrikant. Good evening, Shrikant. Welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Aditya. Hi.
So, Shrikant, why don't you start by discussing about the business understanding phase of your project?
Sure. So here we have created a pharma chatbot. So the main objective, the problem statement that we have here is accessing pharmaceutical data process challenges due to its extensive scope. A lot of data we have, like more than 1 lakh APIs we have. So we have to get the data, we have to get access to the data that we have there while maintaining price control. So one point that I have to say here, so in India, the price that we have here, that will be controlled by the government. Okay. So there are certain agencies that we have like NPPA. So these agencies will control the price. So there are certain norms that we have. We will not be getting into all those norms, but we have used all those norms for creating this particular chart. So we are making it very easy. So this chatbot was created for a pharmaceutical consultant, business consultant. So until now, they used to get emails from different pharmaceutical companies to know about the MRP, like PTR, the price to rating. So all these details will be given with the help of mails. Now, with this chatbot, they are going to get the information directly. Okay, it could be any drug that we have. So the objective is to maximize pharmaceutical information accessibility. Then constraints, a lot of data that we need to train, the technical constraints, computational limitations, these are certain constraints that we have noticed. So when it comes to business success criteria, so enhance pharmaceutical information accessibility by 30%. So at least in the first stage, if we could able to do this, that would be great. Then ML success criteria, 95% accuracy, but we have achieved almost 100% accuracy in this process. Then economic success criteria, like realize a minimum ROI, return on investment of 25% within the initial 2 months.
So, Shrikant, we have our model architecture here. So, do you mind just walking us through step by step as to what we are seeing on the screen?
Yes. So in this process, we have received the data from the client and certain amount of data that we have got from NPPA and these government related agencies. So the data that we have got, so 3 different approaches we have tried here. One is fine tuning the existing base large language model. And we have used RAG model. Along with that, we have tried with RASA model here. Okay, RASA framework also. So here, whatever we are seeing, so the phase always starts with business understanding, then data collection, the client data that we have got here, then data pre-processing. So we have processed data accordingly. So based on the large language model that we have to train here, like maybe like instruction-based analysis we have to do. So based on that, we have pre-processed data. This data was again pushed into vector database. We have created certain embeddings. Okay. So these embeddings will be searched, okay, by the large language model, and based on the prompt that we are giving, both will be matched, and based on that, we are going to get the response there. So basically what we have done is like we have fine-tuned the existing model. So this is one approach that we have taken forward.
Hmm. So this is the result of the first approach. Am I
Yes,
correct?
one result that we have got here. So it was able to retrieve data, but there was some issues that we have found here, like it was hallucinating because the large language models has a lot of other data also. So it was retrieving some of that particular data, that percentage of data. So we have gone to next approach also.
Right. So yeah, this is the second approach. Please
Yeah,
go ahead.
so this is related to RASA framework. So as it is a question and answer chatbot that we are trying to build here. So the entities that are required. So basically like we have to classify drugs, PTR and MRP. So these are the entities. So we have to create intents and entities very clearly that will map each other, and based on that we are going to get the response here. And finally, we have deployed the whole process in Flask API, and from there we have got the result. So these in this process, we have got exactly whatever the client has requested us in a conversational manner.
All right. So and this is the result that we have, right? You
Yes,
mind
this is
just
the result that
explaining
we
it?
have got, and it goes on as per the conversation. Right? So as we give the responses, it is going to ask us certain questions, and based on that, it is going to retrieve the responses.
Mhm. So thank you so much, Shrikant, for taking the time to explain this project. So
Thank you, Aditya.
before we sign off, I would like to discuss a little bit about what we offer as an EdTech institution. We offer you challenging real-time projects like the one you have just seen that will push you to your limits and beyond that. You'll be learning all the phases of the project methodologies involved. You'll learn how to use different tools like Python, Power BI, cloud platforms, etc. You'll work on research papers which are published in international journals. And you'll have access to various free tools to enhance your learning, like the Mind Mapper, ML Architecture Assistant, Resume Mapper, and Animated Learning. So, thank you so much for joining. And please do follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn for further such content. We do give daily updates. So, good evening, everyone, and thank you so much.